What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for joining me again for another one. All right, so today we're gonna be working on rebuilding the 480 that I copped from the Junkyard. I've never done a transmission before, so and an automatic transmission at that. I've never touched, automatic transmission at all. If anything, I have a couple T5s right here that I was more than willing to start, working on before I even ever thought about touching any type of automatic transmission. But since my since the transmission of my Trailblazer took a big old dump, I am backed into a corner that I have to address. So, I guess I'm forced to learn how to mess with the transmission, and if I'm gonna be making power, so I'm going to have to know how to rebuild these transmissions because they are gonna go out, and it's gonna be expensive to, rebuild them. Oh, I'm sorry, not rebuild them, to buy new transmissions and break them. Then, might as well just learn how to rebuild them and not, spend so much damn money on buying new ones. So, I mean, I could have gotten my 4L70 to the shop and have them, rebuild it. But my objective is to actually build the transmission to hold more horsepower than what I currently have in the truck right now. So my goal is for it to hold at least 750. That's where my target is. I'm not really looking to doing any 1,000 horsepower. That's a lot of power that I just really do not need. But if I can make it there, then why not? But for now, I'm setting up. Like I said, I've never done this, so check this. I bought me some reeds. So I got this ATSG. It's a manual. So how to disassemble. I'm gonna be reading up on all this. This one does have a lot of information, how to take it off and all that. But what this one doesn't have is it doesn't have the clearances. So I didn't read any input shaft or output shaft clearances that I need to take prior to removing or disassembling the transmission. So I already have the parts ordered. Right now, this is gonna be just a pure disassembly, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna put it on the video, but I'm gonna disassemble this, and I'm not gonna take anything apart, no clutches, no nothing, and I'm gonna pretty much set it right here on the table, and then I'm gonna just throw it back in the transmission just so I can get familiarized with the parts and where they go and how they go. So yeah, so we're gonna get started. All right, y'all. So this is where I'm gonna start calling it night. You guys are gonna continue seeing the video, but for me, this is where I'm gonna stop. But keeping it short and sweet. For right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check the play on the input shaft. Um, I might not check the one on the output shaft because I gotta turn it around and I pretty much gotta go to sleep. It's late. So it's gonna take me more time to do this because work. The video that I saw from the YouTube channel called Dr. Shock, and he did a full breakdown on the 4L80. So I took a screenshot of what his manual said because he showed it on a video. I'm also gonna put a link to that video on the bio. So if you guys want to go check it out, it's right there. But on his, I took a screenshot. I'm gonna post it right here. And it says that the input shaft is 4,000s to 22 range, anywhere between 4,000s to 22,000s input shaft play, and the output shaft is 5,000s to 25,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and check the play real quick, and then for this part, for my night, I'm gonna call it a day. But the video is gonna continue, like I said. See if I can show everything right here. There you can see the dial indicator, and you can see that I have my pry bar and something to not damage the transmission, I guess. The pry bar is holding up on one of the gears, and what his manual says is pull it up, remove any slack. So right now I'm gonna see, you can see I have just minus 2,000s. So I'm going to try and get it up a little bit. It doesn't really specify how much. The guy said that you can feel a little bit of movement before I'm moving the whole thing. I think, man, okay, I think this is it right here. To me, it's like 2,000s, and then it says set it to 0. So I'm trying to not press down too hard on this. I don't want to move this dial indicator. Yeah, I would call it 18,000s. All right, y'all, so here it is. Bare, hollow case. Nothing in here anymore. So, couple of things I had issues with. I couldn't take this center support. What the hell is this thing called? This is this part right here. It is called Yeah, center support. So the center support. So I had an issue with the center support. I could not take it off, and I could not figure out why. I had taken off the snap rings, the spacers. I had taken out everything that I could possibly think of, and this thing would not come out, and I was scratching my head, wondering why. And it's gonna sound kind of dumb if you've done this, but this goddamn thing, this is the oil feed. This is for the oil cooler, which goes right here. It was still, I had not removed it, and it was right here. And yeah, that thing was not allowing me to take it off, which I was pissed because I was trying to use both hands, and then I came over and I grabbed my a rope to see if I can yank it out, but it would not budge. And I was just scratching my head like, dude, I literally took everything off. Like, there's no snap rings, there's no nothing. Started looking around, and yeah, that was the case. Another thing, this little sleeve right here, this gosh dang thing on the output shaft, it was pressed on, and this did not say anything about removing that little sleeve. Okay, so a couple things that I saw, actually, a couple things that I saw. So one, there's some residue right here, and I really hope this is clutch material, cause that's chunky, man. Yeah, it's not gonna be. I'm gonna have to figure out where that comes from, and I hope it's not one of the gears. It would be. It would be from here, and I'm not liking that. I am not liking that at all right now, man. I think this can be serviced. So if I have to replace the gears, I'm gonna have to do that. But yeah, that's not looking too good. I did see some of that in the oil pan. When I took it off, the oil pan was dirty, and I did see some residue, not a whole lot, but it was a little concerning. But nonetheless, I'm done with this. But yeah, so it's finally fully disassembled. Now I'm gonna wait for my parts to get here, but for now I'm gonna try and take it all completely off apart. I'm gonna end it right here because I don't mean to drag this session out, but I'm kind of doing it also for myself, kind of like a reference for the future, I guess. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for joining me for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this thing out. Not sure if I'm gonna make a video out of that, but I might just clean it out in the next video, and then just shove it with the new stuff. We're gonna take all that stuff apart. So thank you guys for joining me on this one. And like I said, I'm not trying to drag this out. But this is gonna be kind of educational for me, as it is for anybody that hasn't done this type of work before. I've obviously never touched the transmission. I kind of wanted my first transmission disassembly to be a T5 because that's the one that I've used the most. But a 4L80 is also a good transmission that I wanted to take apart. I do hear that installing these on the Trailblazers, you are gonna lose some power. So I guess we'll hit the dyno again later on and see how much we lost, if any. But on the bright side, with this kit that I'm gonna throw at it, I'm gonna be able to push it a little bit more. I did not want to have this truck to be a drag car, but if we're heading that way, we might as well start, adding shit to it. So hit that follow button, we're gonna do some ghetto rig shit, some hood rat shit on coming up soon. So deuces.